Hello everybody, welcome to my creative time with Emma, and also welcome to another quick tutorial on how to assemble our new heart Gable box, our Gable treat box. I'm super excited. I love this die so much. And I know a lot of you probably already know how to put it together, but there's a lot of newbies out there. So I figure, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyway to help you out. So this comes with the total of this is gonna be your base die. You're gonna cut this out twice, okay? Unfortunately, I wish I could say we could cut two out on one 8.5 by 11 paper, but we can't. So you have to use two separate 8.5 by 11 card stocks. Now you can, and I did use it on my paper pack as well. So basically, if you line it up on your magnetic sheet perfectly, just like so, as you can see, it will cut out on my paper pack. I'm so happy I went with the bigger size. So you can use that as well. Okay. So again, use this base, cut it out 2 times, and I'm using some cardstock from a Paper Tray ink, which is my favorite. And then we have the layers here. We have the 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you have 2 choices of hearts. You could use the scallop one or the plain one. And I decided to use one of each on each side so you can see what they look like, okay? So let's go ahead and get started and put this together. It's super easy. So here we go right here. This is basically what you're gonna do on all the score lines. I did it in craft color cardstock, so this way you could see, since I'm like showing you how to do it, it's easier to see the score lines on plain paper, just to show you since I'm teaching you here. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and just fold them on all the score lines, like so. And then here goes one right here. And then let's go ahead and do the bottom ones first. So I go that one first, and then this one. Just like so, and then I just kind of flip it over, just like that. And then the top one, there's 2 score lines. So this first one, you're gonna fold down away from you, okay? Just like so. And then this number 2 score line right above, this is the one you're going to go ahead and fold toward you. Okay. Now, if you want to put on your layers first, you can, but I find it easier after I scored everything. I find it easier that where the layers go, because sometimes the line is so clean that if you put it on the layers on flat, like last time I did it flat, and I didn't line it up perfectly. So now that I can see my lines, now it's easier for me to lay them down. So we're gonna go, aren't these so cute? The little tiny hearts with the stitching. I love that. So I'm just gonna use some little tape here. And we're just gonna go ahead and put this down. And this should stay pretty good because this is permanent and this is this regular cardstock. Okay, so, but when I put the box together, I will definitely be using liquid adhesive. In every treat box I create, I never use tape because I save a lot of my projects, and then when I go back to kind of look at my projects, to be honest with you, because sometimes I'm like, you know what, I just need some inspiration. I literally go back and look at my old projects, and the ones that have the tape on them are the ones that come apart. The ones I use liquid glue are the ones that actually stayed. So that's why I will always use liquid adhesive to put my treat box together. Okay, so that goes right there. And then we have this cool little strip here. Now, the reason why somebody did ask me about not having a layer for this portion, and then as we finish this up, I'm going to go ahead and tell you why. Let me put this on here like so. So on this, I already put the other one, I did all the scoring. On this one, you see how that's what the plain heart looks like. And on this one, I figure let's go ahead and do the scallop. And I love it because you get these little cutouts on the insides of the hearts, which is pretty cool. And you don't necessarily, to be completely honest with you, if you're pressed for time, you don't have time for this. That's why I added stitching here along the heart. So you could get away with not using this. Like I said, if you're pressed for time, if you're mass producing, you don't have to use this extra layer. I just call this the little bonus layer here. And then hearts, why not? I love hearts. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this around here. I'm using liquid glue for this because it's hard to use the tape because it's so thin on this little piece here. And I did, just so you'll know, I did put together one of these boxes using my pattern paper, and it stayed together fine. It's good. It's strong enough. It's 80-pound weight, and look how pretty it looks. Okay, so just so you can see that I did do it in my did the base with my pattern paper. Perfect. Okay, so now let's go ahead and put this together. I'm going to go ahead and put liquid adhesive right here. And again, the advantage of using liquid adhesive that you could you'll have some wiggle room. Like if you need to move it, if you don't think that's not the right spot, you can like slide it around, you know what I'm saying, to get it correct. So basically what you want to do is put it up, let's see, put it up against, don't put it over the score line, just kind of put it kind of butt it up against it. Hopefully that makes sense. Now clearly I went a little too crazy with the glue. Hold on, to take some of that off. All right. There we go. Perfecto. And then once you get that in there, all right, once you get that down, so you can carefully flip it over just so it won't move. I kind of OD'd on the glue there, but that's okay. It'll still work. And then I just kind of just go like this, just to, there's a thing you call it that somebody used to call it, I can't remember, but I just press it down with, there's a specific term used to what this is what I'm doing. I just don't know what it is. So it's just called pressing it down for me to get this on. Okay, so okay, I think that's good. And what I like to do, like to be completely 100% honest with you, after I adhere one heart down, I let it dry, not like 100% completely, but I do let it sit for a moment, because the way I adhere the other side, the other end, I like to fold it completely. And when I do it prematurely, it lifts. You know what I'm saying? Like if the glue's not perfectly set just yet, it will lift on the sides, and I don't like that. That's why I kind of went a little crazy on the glue, because I like it perfectly like settled in there. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of do just a teensy bit more, and then we're going to go ahead and flip it over, and I'm going to show you how I adhere this other side. Okay, I think that's good. And the way I do this portion, let me go ahead and let me just kind of just put that down one more time, just like so. I'm going to go ahead and add some liquid glue to this piece here. Okay, this time I didn't go over. And then what I do is I just basically just take it and fold it over just like so. Now, when it folds over perfectly like that and it lines up, that means you did a good job on this initial portion. Because when I first did them, I did it crooked. I was like, oh my God, why isn't it folding perfectly? But yeah, so that's when you know your first initial glue was perfectly done. Now, just so you'll know, my friends, when you do, if this is your first time ever doing a box like this, don't practice on the pattern paper, trust me. Because I did it incorrect the first time. Not that I did it incorrect. I messed up with my gluing and everything, and I was so mad at myself for it, because This is like gold. I love my pattern paper, but I just don't want to waste it. You know what I'm saying? So definitely practice on some cheap cardstock. Like I have some, I'm not sure. I can't remember what the name of the cardstock is, but it's like a big old stack I have. So I use that, and it's like, I think it's like a 65-pound weight cardstock. That's what I use to practice with all of my dies when I first initially get it, because I do not want to ruin my pattern paper. Or even some good cardstock, like this paper tray ink cardstock. I love it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like my little investments. I don't want to ruin it. Okay, so now to determine how you want this. Okay, so if you want the scallop to be the front, make sure this portion is back on top of that. You see what I'm saying? I mean, does this really matter? No, but I'm just kind of weird like that. Now, if you want this to be your front, flip it. Just go like this and then make that your front like that. Okay? But I think I want the scallop one to be my front. So let's go ahead and move this. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to put adhesive right here. Sorry, it's so close up to the camera. Adhesive there and here. And that should do the trick. And then I'm just going to flip it over and then just let it sit like so. But while it's sitting like that, I'm going to go ahead and grab my bone folder and kind of push it down. And that way you'll know it won't be all like crooked. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I learned for it not to do that. Because trust me, so whenever all mistakes I make, I definitely let all of you know. Okay. Put that in there. I think we're good to go. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the reason why. Now, you could fit a lot of stuff in here. Actually, my mom made a really cute one. She put a little pair of Valentine's Day socks in there for someone. It was so cute. So you could fit that. You could, if you want to give somebody some of these little adhesives, I think you could fit two. Let me see. And this is, I would love to have a present. These little adhesives are present because they're the best. Okay. You see how it fits perfectly too in there. So if somebody wants to send, no, I'm just kidding. But look at how cute that. I love. You could fit that in there. You could fit a whole bunch of candy. You could fit like, well, the stickles are gonna have to lay down. You know what I'm saying? It's a good little size. You could put some little distress inks in there. This will probably hold a whole bunch. You know what I'm saying? Probably, let's see, probably 3 across maybe. It's really good size. Okay, so to close it, just go ahead and just kind of pinch it together like that and hold it down like that. And then just go ahead and just put your little sides there and there. Okay, so now the reason why I did not have a layer for this is because you see how when we put this on, every time someone opens it and closes it, that layer is just going to like start peeling off from the wear and tear. Not that somebody's going to keep doing it like over and over, but you know what I'm saying? It's from the wear and tear that it would have start peeling off, and I didn't want that. So I figured, you know, if we do this, I think it's perfect rather than having nothing at all at the top. Okay, so that is it. That's our adorable little brand new Heart Gable treat box die. I hope you enjoyed it, my friends. And again, if you have any questions at all, feel free to shoot me over an email at info@my-creative-time.com. Or if you are in our school platform, shoot me over a message in there and I will get back to you ASAP. All right. Okay, my friends, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this helped you out. Have a fabulous day and I will see you all back here soon. Bye-bye.